work. Can you hear me at all? Yeah, I can't hear shit. All right, can you hear me at all? Uh, hold on. Go settings. Uh, it's being yes. How to fix it? Let's see. Oh hell no! What the hell? Hold up. This is. Hold on. Video set. Video. Yeah. Okay. All right. Can you hear me at all? I can't hear you. Yeah, I cannot hear you at all, man. Uh, hold the fuck up. I turn this thing off. All right, I'm trying my can. Okay, hold on. Take it off. Bluetooth. There we go. All right. Okay. The IT guy can't fix it. What the fuck? Well, last time. Okay, iPhone microphone. Yep. Settings. Audio. Okay, still not working. Audio. Default speaker, I guess. All right. Are you talking at all? Hold on. Yeah, I got my volume all the way up, bro. Like, I don't know what the hell. Hold on. Anything. Can you hear me at all? 'Cause I cannot hear you. I cannot hear you. I can't hear you at all, man. So I don't know what's going on. I can't hear you. Man, man, hold on. Hold on. Type this shit in. I can't hear you, nigga.
Hold on.
I can hear you
Okay.
now.
Can you hear me now? All right. All right. It was my issue. It wasn't yours. It was my issue. I went on a whole rant about
God
Willow
damn.
Nightingale. I went on a whole rant and it wasn't because then I saw that the microphone was not recognized. I was like, what the hell? But yeah.
Yeah, well, not.
Anyway,
So what?
what
Seriously with Willow Nightingale?
my issue with Willow Nightingale is that she won the match. That was my only issue.
But you
True
knew that
issue
was going
is
to happen.
yes, I knew it. I said it when I saw it. I was like, oh, she's gonna win this fucking match because she was meant to win the Owen Hart tournament in the first place. Um, and then when she did, I was still this is disappointed as if I didn't know. Um, I feel like Tekla versus Mercedes for me was far more interesting to watch. I've seen Mercedes wrestle Willow before. Okay. Willow wasn't world heavyweight champion. Is Willow going
Okay.
over? I don't think so.
Were you happy when Sami Zayn won?
Yes, you know it was.
Why?
I felt like Sammy deserved it,
It was a
even if
you
he
deserve
won
it
it.
belt.
Yeah,
Nigga, you deserve it belts get passed out all the fucking time. Willow
yeah,
Willow is an AEW original. She stuck through the company, re-signed that motherfucking contract when she could have left with WWE, TNA, or whatever the fuck. Your loyalty gets rewarded.
true. I
That's
agree.
what that
I
is.
agree.
So, and I don't understand. It's like
You can be mad. No one can control whatever emotion you feel from wrestling. That's what it's all about, based on the individual. But as long as you can understand why, like Sami Zayn, I don't want the nigga to be champion, but I understand why they did it.
Well, if they cut half your pay, you at least need to be the champ.
Well, if you've been on the roster for this fucking long, yeah.
True, true, true. But I mean, I don't know. I just feel like there's two things I didn't like about the show last night. It was the fact that she she won, and I feel like Tekla didn't get her big match. She never like she had a match with Stat, she had a match with Sheeta, she had this match with Willow, but she never had her big match, and I think she deserved it. She's one of the most interesting women on the roster. She's one of the most interesting women in wrestling. Period. I think. Her in ring style, her promo style, her calling people stupid bitches. That's all. It works for me. When Tekla's on the screen, I'm there. Tekla, Leo Rush. That's my AEW reason to watch. Um, and Tekla losing the title to Willow, who I don't hate Willow. I think some people are like, oh, you hate Willow. You're not happy that black excellence is happening with Maya World and all around AEW. Nope, not saying that at all. I'm saying that black excellence would have happened at Wembley anyway because Mercedes is going over.
Okay. All
Willow
that black.
wasn't.
See, I don't feed into that shit. I don't feed into that black shit when it comes to wrestling, because it is completely separate from the topic of wrestling. We're not putting race into this motherfucker. We not. No, 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 no.
I agree with you. I agree with you, brother. But I think that we can have where just stars that we see are killing it, just get it. And I don't think Willow's killing it.
You don't have to be killing it to get the you deserve it belt. You get the you deserve it belt because of loyalty. It's not about your current status, what you're currently doing. It's just your time to get it.
It can be her time to get it, but why does she got to get it on the big show? Like that's like saying, all right,
Because of
Sami
your
Zayn.
loyalty.
No, no shit. Sami Zayn won it on a fucking Saudi show, lost it on a Raw, and he didn't even wrestle on. He doesn't even wrestle on Raw. Shit, she could have won that motherfucker on a Dynamite and lost it on a Collision, and back to Tekla because Tekla deserves it. I think Tekla deserves it, and British people probably would rather see Tekla versus Mercedes than two light skinned N-word bees wrestle for the AEW Women's Championship.
All that aside, Tekla did her thing. She had a nice run, and I appreciate her. And it's just time for a new era. It's not like, I mean, she will be champion again. Just her time is up. Shit happens. Big whoop. I don't even
Well,
care about that as being the highlight of the night. To be honest with you, highlight of the night is Britt Baker coming back.
I mean, Britt had to come back because Rebel, Rebel. You got to do it for somebody. AEW's doing it for your girl. Uh, Unfortunately, I did miss that show this past weekend to honor Rebel's ALS, but you know, she had to come back. And I didn't dislike. There's only two parts I disliked of the show, which was that, and then the Kenny Omega
I knew
heel
you gonna
turn.
say
I thought that was unnecessary. Thought it was unnecessary. You don't feel it was unnecessary?
there's not really anything Kenny can do to really get a reaction from me at this point of
Mm-hmm.
his career in general. Look, I had zero reaction to that. Like, and that's just feel that way about a lot of things Kenny does. Is just
He's
how I
going through
put
the
this.
motions of Kenny Omega. He's still Kenny Omega. Is that how you feel?
I love Kenny Omega as a wrestler, Kenny Omega of yesteryear,
Yeah.
but I have I been a fan of Kenny Omega, the
in
wrestler
AEW.
in AEW? I really can't say he's not the reason. He's not the reason why I watch AEW.
But he shouldn't be. He shouldn't be. I
Yeah, he's
mean,
definitely the reason I watch AEW.
I'm going to say this. So this is the only reason why I say they could have just built it as babyface versus babyface. He's gonna. It's Osprey number one. Osprey's loved all around the world, and who's not loved when they go home? British
Yeah, exactly.
Bulldog versus British Bulldog versus Bret Hart. British Bulldog wouldn't have got cheered over Bret Hart anywhere else in the world except Wembley Stadium on that day, that night, that time. Same thing with Osprey versus Omega. You didn't have to make it a heel versus babyface. It could have just been Omega versus Osprey, and it would have got the largest cheer in the world because Osprey is going to be the homegrown guy winning the title. Just like his, I'm pretty sure his wife Alex Windsor and her and um the other brawling bird. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
Jamie
yeah.
Hayter. Jamie Hayter. When they wrestle the Divine Dominion and they win the tag team titles, guess what? They're going to be fucking cheered as soon as they walk out because they're homegrown girls. There's no difference than with Osprey. Osprey's a homegrown guy. They're going to cheer the man. You didn't have to make it into a heel versus babyface rivalry. They've had enough rivalry. They've had enough matches against each other. That was unnecessary. That's overkill.
So I agree, but I disagree
Okay.
because it's not going to be perfect. Like the match itself, now we can set up some real shit for Kenny Omega at the end of the day. And I understand your feelings about the night, but I'm talking about in the future. Kenny Omega turning heel. I mean, I would prefer that over a babyface.
Yeah, but we see. I feel like we've seen heel elite. We've seen heel Bucks. We've seen heel Kenny. We've seen EVPs. We the EVPs. We can do whatever we want to. Uh, and the only one in the outskirts is Hangman because he ain't an EVP and he's just part of the elite. And now that he can't even
Heyman's
wrestle
just
for the
there.
title, yeah,
Heyman's
he's
fucking there. He's a non-factor.
very much so, very much so. So to me, it's just like, eh. I mean, I don't care. I didn't care about that. I didn't care about him versus Kevin Knight. I'm glad Kevin Knight is getting his flowers now. Like he's getting main event matches. He's getting marquee matches. He's on it. He deserves it. He's going to be kicked out of the Don Callis family here pretty soon anyway, so it doesn't matter. Um, I
So
mean,
you're unhappy with the outcome with the Osprey match?
Osprey and the Bucks and
Yeah, were you
Moxley.
unhappy?
No,
Were you
I mean,
unhappy?
the winning of the match, I don't think I cared. The Bucks are going to wrestle for the tag team championship, so why should they lose? The person that took the pinfall was Moxley, who has nothing to lose because he's been Superman for like 2 years. Moxley can eat all the pinfalls in the world; he still be Moxley. Moxley is if Roman Reigns loses every match between for like 6 months, he's still Roman Reigns. Um, and that happens. John Moxley can lose every match. He can take every pinfall. He's still John Moxley. He carried the company. He was the guy. His group lost, and that's fine. They lost both times. Pac and Claudio, and then him and Will. Will showed that he was a stand-up guy. That didn't bother me. Will showed that he was a stand-up guy, and John Moxley was right at the end of the day. Hey, a snake is a snake, and
I
I
mean,
guess
yeah,
Omega's a snake. Omega was the snake at the end of the night.
Keel Omega will always be my favorite. Uh, so I have a personal.
So you love your Kenny Omega, which is nothing wrong with that, you know. Like I've Hogan, if he was heel or babyface, I always threw up Hogan. So it's fine. Roman Reigns, I don't even know what he is. I'm still a Roman fan. I don't know if he's good, bad, indifferent. He's just a human being, pretty much in wrestling right now. So nothing wrong with it.
One of my favorite heel turns of all time was when Kenny Omega turned on AJ Styles, and
Should have
that
had
was
that
the
callback.
height of the year for me. That was.
Well, I guess this was the callback. You had little AJ Styles, also known as Will Ospreay, stand on the middle rope, and take it exactly like AJ took it those years ago when Kenny turned his back on AJ.
That's back when I was, man. I didn't miss a single episode of The Elite. I didn't miss a single. It was like an after school special for me. It was. I would come off work. I have my snacks ready, and I'd be watching The Elite. I swear, I did not miss an episode of that shit. I was obsessed.
Are you ready for this? So, my question to you: after coming out of Redemption, man, do you care what happens at All In?
No, only thing I
All right.
care about with All In is the New Day.
So
Only thing
you
I care
want to
about.
see. You what you want to see is Austin Creed. So after the New Day defeats Edge and Christian. I mean, after the Bucks defeat Edge and Christian, you want to see Austin Creed and Kofi come out and challenge them for the tag team title.
I want that. I always want to see the New Day, and I want to see. I like seeing WWE stars in AEW because I like to see what they do with them. With
Mm-hmm.
respectfully with Moxley, I love what they're doing with Moxley. Edge and Christian, as old as they are, it's like we are banding together to fight against the Creed instead of doing this shit solo dolo. We are so old and what the fuck that we need to do we I need you. Okay, you got good eyes, I got a good leg. Let's do this type shit. I love it. I fucking love it.
I've stated before. I hate that Edge and Christian still wrestle. I hate that Matt
I
and
know.
Jeff still wrestle
I
too.
know. I know.
Um, it bothers
But
me.
you a fan of Rey Mysterio for whatever reason.
Nope. I hate that he still wrestles. I want him to lose that mask, still be general manager of AAA, and give the mask to freaking Dominic and let Dominic and give the title, and Dominic can give that title to Ludwig Kaiser because he's a better Mexican than Dominic. Make
How
that
old
make
was
sense
Hogan when he had his last match?
for his last match or his last belt.
His last
His,
match.
he was like he was 50 and because remember his last match wasn't even in WWE.
I know.
His like his last match was in TNA. I think he was like 58, 57, 58 years old.
Okay. How old was Hogan when he wrestled The Rock?
48.
Okay. I rest my case, sir.
How old is Edge?
I don't know. But I'm not
52.
the one. I'm not the one playing ages. I'm not the one being the ageist playing
I'm
the
gonna put it
ageist.
like that. I'm gonna say this. You can't compare Hulk Hogan to Edge when it comes to box office.
Right, because Edge actually wrestled and took bumps.
Box office. Talking about who made money for the business. Hogan made
Okay.
more money in a marquee
Okay.
match. So you telling me
Okay.
right now, WWE, you want Edge to come back with his old self, and he says, "I'm gonna challenge you, Roman Reigns, to a Hell in a Cell match." You would watch that? No,
Roman
I hope
Reigns
not.
can't do a Hell in the Cell match. Roman Reigns is not a good wrestler.
He's Roman Reigns. He doesn't have to be a good wrestler.
Roman Reigns didn't have to be like Hulk Hogan. Same thing. Didn't have to be great at
And
whatever the
and
fuck.
and honestly, I'm gonna Roman takes bumps. Roman's more athletic than Terry Gene Bollea was. Just to be honest with you, and I love Hogan. Hogan's my favorite wrestler in the world, of all time. Rest in peace. 1 year Hulk Hogan been dead 1 year and 3 days now. But the thing is, Roman Reigns is athletic. Roman Reigns is an athlete. Roman Reigns might not take a thumbtack spot. Roman Reigns ain't getting ready to do a coast to coast drop kick to anybody. But Roman Reigns can sell. Roman Reigns can tell a story in the ring, and people care about Roman Reigns. When Roman Reigns walks out tonight, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a pop.
That's not. But it's like I bring up the fact that a girl is ugly, and you talk about her attributes of what she's good at. I don't give that she got a big booty. I'm talking about the face. Yeah, but look at that ass though. You one of them. This is not one of them
No,
conversations where we're
no.
talking
You
about Roman
said
Reigns,
you said
Edge, Reigns.
you said
We
Edge
ain't
can't.
talking about how
You
many
said
shirts he
Roman Reigns
sells.
can wrestle. So here, if we're comparing Roman Reigns to Edge in Roman Reigns is going to retire in the next 3 years. But at 50, could Roman Reigns probably still do what Roman Reigns is expected to do in a ring? Yes, a spear, maybe one drive by, some right hands, a cavat, a choke. That's it. And a Superman punch. And a ooh ah and then talk shit the rest of the time. Because that's how Roman Reigns has progressed as a wrestler. Shield Roman Reigns did far more stuff than what Roman Reigns does right now. That doesn't mean he cannot do it, but the character has evolved to where he does not have to wrestle a reckless style. Edge has never been good enough or loved enough where he could not be Edge. That means somebody has to do something stupid. That's the reason he broke his ankle when he was wrestling fucking Malachi Black. When he was like, I'm going to jump off the top of a cage through a barbed wire table. Yeah, ankles are broken. Just like Bronson Reed. No. So what I'm saying, and with Hogan, what's your expectations of a Hulk Hogan match? If he I mean, your expectations of Hulk Hogan match is him to get us one suplex in, get punched a lot, kicked a lot. The opponent is gonna take 90% of the match. The only thing he's going to do is he's gonna shake his head, he's gonna point, he's gonna say you, he's gonna hit you
No,
3 times, he's gonna kick you
no.
in the face, and then he's gonna hit you with a leg drop. That's all you
Here's
expect from Hogan.
yes, yes, and that's all you should expect from someone who learned how to wrestle back in the '70s. You can't expect a whole lot, but as wrestling evolved, which it did, a whole lot, a whole lot. That type of shit is no longer acceptable. You got to do more. People are gonna want more from you. But Hogan, old as fuck when he wrestled The Rock. I mean, he was still lightweight in his prime. I think Hogan was the biggest he ever was when he came back to WWE. But the continuation of that wasn't working. He had to go to TNA. Had his last match there. Didn't even have his last match in WWE.
No,
Didn't.
he didn't. No, he didn't. He had
No, he
his last
didn't.
match on a European tour with Bubba Ray Dudley as his tag team partner.
And he
Instead,
wanted to come back. He wanted to come back
yeah,
and have one more
well, he
last
wanted to have
match.
that match with Cena. Uh,
Yeah, like a pass the torch type shit.
yeah, yeah.
But nigga couldn't move. Poor thing. Poor
Yeah,
thing.
well, hey, but that's not. But that's we got off topic. But we were talking about Edge. Edge and Christian can't do Edge and Christian shit. And I love Christian. I think Christian is. This is some of Christian's best work that he's ever done. The stuff he's done talking about people's dead daddies. Um, but this isn't some of Edge's best work. It's not. You might think it is. You might think that Matt and Jeff are killing it in TNA, doing the best stuff they ever did. But I don't think either one of them are.
It's silly to expect them, and I think it's unrealistic to expect anyone that old to do anything similar or have the same moveset as they did when they were younger. Kenny Omega's moveset completely had to change because he's been injured too many times. But because of that, I can say that I'm not a fan of Kenny Omega, but I'm just not into Kenny Omega like I used to be. Edge and Christian, I can see how someone could say the same thing. Like they can't do the crazy shit they used to do. I'm not really a fan of Edge and Christian. This ain't their best. Cool. But I still like Edge and Christian.
I was never a big Edge and Christian fan. I was a Christian fan. Um, I felt like Edge was a good he was a good transitional champion every time he held a belt. He was a good person. He was a good antagonist. He's not. I don't think he's a good baby face. He's good for you to hate because I mean, Edge. If you talk about an Edge feud, you talk about Edge versus Cena. He was never a baby face when he wrestled Cena because Cena was only a heel to one person. That was Cody Rhodes, and that was recently. Um, so you have that whole history where he was the bad guy. You have Edge versus the Hardys. The Edge and Christian were the heels every time they wrestled the Hardys. So I don't see Edge being a good guy. He's just not. And now you got Cope being the hero and Christian just being a dick. Christian being a dick works. Edge being the hero to Christian's dick doesn't work for me, brother.
I
Um,
love being the dick and talk about niggas dead daddies.
I do
Yo,
too. I love
dead
it.
daddy. I love that. I love that. And what he would do to their moms and shit. I love that shit. I love that
Yeah,
shit.
yeah,
It's
I agree
great.
with you.
And only he can do that. Only he can
Yes,
do that in such a cold character type shit. You feel me? And I love it.
his facial expressions are lack thereof are hilarious.
I love seeing Edge and Christian. I don't want to. I don't want to not see wrestlers that I grew up on not wrestle. Not in some capacity. I want to see them, and if I want to see them in some capacity, I don't want to see them come out in a high school gymnasium with black tart coming through the rope with some fake ass fog. Hey kids, I don't. I don't want to. I
Okay,
want to see them on TV.
I'm not saying that either. I'm not saying I want to see Hacksaw Jim Duggan in a high school gym. I'm not saying that.
Well, I've seen it.
I have to. I have to. I've seen Scott Steiner in a high school gym. Wearing a T-shirt, still kissing a bicep. Uh, and definitely like 100 pounds lighter than what he was when he was Big Papa Pump and the big bad booty daddy. But what I also don't want to see them on the main. I don't want it. It's nothing wrong with you being in the mainstream, but I have an issue. Like Sting's last run, I have a complete issue with that.
I loved it. You a
I
fucking
have
hater.
no.
You a
I like
fucking hater.
Crow Sting in WCW. Beating my favorite wrestler was amazing. Sting just coming out hitting people with the Scorpion Death Drop. I love that. You know, I wouldn't have been mad if Sting just came out and did that, but him winning the tag team title, being undefeated, he could have been undefeated. No belts. No
Well,
belts. You didn't need a belt.
oh,
Just be
yes, he
undefeated.
needed all that shit.
He didn't need a tag team
Should
title.
have the
If
world,
that
should
was
have
the
the
case,
world champion. Fuck
if that
that.
was if that was the case, you should have had Sting drop Kenny Omega on his head and go on a generational run as the AEW World Heavyweight Champion, and
Why
then
not?
let him retire with that. But
Damn
no, he
right.
didn't
The
because then
fuck?
that would have just been so goofball. This 60-year-old man with
I don't care.
with all the just for men in the world in his hair is
Don't give a
over here
fuck.
dropping people on the back of their head. No,
Don't
no,
give a shit.
no, no,
I want
no,
that. Like that
no.
nigga said in
Like
that video when his wife made him those fucking pancakes. And he was like, "What's in this?" She says, "Three ingredients." He ate one and said, "Don't tell me what's in it. I want 12 more of these." Well, you want to know what's in it? I don't give a fuck what's in it.
so
I don't
tell
give a
me how
fuck.
it's
Give me
made.
12 more.
Just give it to me.
I
No,
don't give a fuck. I
it
don't give a
wasn't
fuck.
like that. It wasn't
We should
like
just
that.
make Sting the fucking vice president of it. Yes, do that. Put a
Sting
big ass
wasn't my
statue in
guy.
the middle of the ring. Yes.
Sting wasn't my WCW guy.
Whatever
I'm
he
not
wants, give it to
Hogan.
him.
Hogan is my guy, but I don't consider him my WCW guy. My WCW guy was Luger, and I know Luger can't even walk, let alone get a run. But it was Luger.
I hate it. You see this elbow right here? I was in a car accident, motorcycle accident,
And
and
that
they
was
had to put
WWF.
titanium steel in my elbow. So every time I hit somebody with this clothesline, they feel the steel of the narcissist.
That's WWF Luger. I'm talking about pre first WCW run, straight out of Jim Crockett's promotions. Lex Luger walking around with Harley Race when he was in the Horsemen. Luger he wasn't the best wrestler, but Luger had the look, and Luger believed that he was Lex Luger.
Yeah, Luger had to look behind his back every time. Nigga's a bitch.
The next thing was, hey, I guess you don't like Sid Vicious anyway. Hey, because he stabbed Orange.
If I had half the brains that you do,
Look, he wasn't the best promo, but when Sid came out,
ass.
We didn't matter. The energy that Sid had when he walked out was it made everything happen. Made everything happen. Who's the man?
I'm gonna hop off here
Who's
and
the
get my dinner
man?
ready for Raw, and 'cause Raw starts in 8 minutes. So
Yes, it does.
I'll catch you.
All righty. Talk to you later, Shahid.
Yes, 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 yes. This was recorded, right?
Yeah, yeah, it's recorded.
Okay, I didn't know
Yep,
how
we've been on
this new.
we've been on there the whole time. This is the Shaw, the clairvoyant one, Mr. Kenny Omega. He loves the cleaner. He loves his broom.
Greatest singer of all time. Don't forget that. All right, see ya.
Okay, see you,
End this thing.
brother. Y'all missed the whole rant at the beginning because of my technical difficulties, but I will say this before I get off here. SummerSlam, my prediction: Roman Reigns will still be WWE champion. Cody Rhodes will probably be WWE champion again. Oh, Roman Reigns will be world heavyweight champion. Cody Rhodes will be WWE champion. Sami Zayn will get his title shot again. No, he'll probably crash out again. We'll probably get Finn Balor probably win that match. Um, New women's champion, man. Charlotte Flair is about to go on a run. That's what I'm predicting. Charlotte's going to be the interim women's champion by the end of it all. Um, man, Oba needs to beat Brock because if he does, it does not make sense. Uh, Trick Williams beats Baron Corbin. That's cool. Actually, Trick Williams doesn't even need to beat Baron Corbin. Maybe Baron Corbin needs to go over so we can get Trick in the main championship picture. Um, hmm, we have like the rumor is Raquel is going to win tonight, so we'll see how that goes. Uh, Io, I think Io is going over. Liv has been the champion for 100 days and has not defended the title on television. So that needs to change immediately. I can tell you that right now. Because that doesn't work for me, brother. Good guy. And I love Liv's character, but it needs to change. At least work rate needs to change. She might be injured. I don't know. Um, Danhausen, he's beating Dom. You know, Dom's refuge are in AAA with he has Omos as his bodyguard, and he's feuding with El Grande Americano. And speaking of El Grande Americano, I think we're going to get a new Intercontinental Champion, as in the OG El Grande Americano, Chad Gable. Chad Gable will be coming out as champion. But other than that, man, you guys and girls be good. I'm elderly. I'm pissed. He was the clairvoyant one. Shahid. And remember, if life is giving you lemons, do not quit. Do not tap out. Because you can always make it to the ropes for a rope break. Peace.